everybody, Jim Edwards here. Welcome back to the Sales Copywriting and Content Marketing Hacks podcast. I'm your host, along with my trusty co-host, Mr. Stu Smith. Welcome, Stu.
Hello, Jim, and everybody.
And all the ships at sea. So, today is episode 159. We're feeling fine at 159. I want you to think about this. If we were doing a daily podcast, we would be at almost the halfway mark of an entire year. That is what consistency can get you. You can embarrass yourself in front of people you'll never meet consistently using technology all over the world. It's an amazing opportunity for humiliation. So I am just excited to be here with you today because you always give us an air of adult, as opposed to if I was just doing it, it would be really immature and naughty. So today we're talking about purpose. Talking about purpose. What's your purpose, Stu?
Well, it's a little bit of a purpose combination of what people need in this business world, and is to have a list. But is it really a list? Is it a list, or can you actually describe your list as a tribe? Right? Is it a tribe you lead, or just a list that you spam every week?
Wow. All right. Well, let's just cut right to it. There you go. Is it a list? Is it a tribe? What is it? So I think, and you said on the Jim and Stu show, which if you missed that on Facebook Live, you're wrong. You're missing out on lively discussion. But we talked about purpose and purpose. What is your purpose in business? What is your purpose in life? What is your purpose? And really, purpose is directly linked to the value that you create for other people. And when you talk about, where does money come from and making money? And I did a whole series called True Life Success Lessons. We spent an entire year delving into various topics of success. And when I talked about money, money's actually real easy. People pay you money in exchange for value. So if you're making minimum wage, that's because that's the amount of value that you're putting out into the world. You're doing something that someone considers so valuable that they'll pay you an amount of money that's dictated by the government. All right. That means the value you're putting in the world. Doesn't say it's not necessary, but other people can do it. As opposed to somebody who gets paid $5,000 an hour, or a surgeon who might get paid, I don't know, $20 or $30 or $40,000 for performing a certain operation. Why? Because the perceived value is much higher, but it's all linked to that person's purpose. Is your purpose to pretty much just do something to make money and you do stuff to make yourself happy in other ways? Or is your purpose to become a doctor who can do brain surgery, or to become someone who impacts thousands of youth around the world, or whatever your purpose is directly tied to the value that you create. And the way to measure value, there's other ways besides just money. But ultimately, this is a show about business. And so we're going to measure it in money, time, freedom, that kind of stuff. So if you think about most people on any kind of online business, offline business, anybody who has any kind of digital marketing component to their business, the people that we talk to about copywriting, about content marketing, ultimately they will come to the startling realization of, hey, those people that have lists are making money. And those people that don't have lists are either spending a crap ton of money on Facebook ads, or they don't have any money. So maybe I better go get me one of them email lists. Okay. So then they say, well, let me go find out who's teaching about list building. So they go find some chucklehead that was able to put out some sort of a lead magnet. And they say, okay, who can I make the most money from? And I'm going to put me out one of them lead magnets so I can get these people on my list so I can spam the crap out of them every week, just like Stu Smith told me. So they do this, and maybe they come up with a really cool lead magnet. maybe they come up with something that gets a whole bunch of people to sign up for their list. And then maybe they make a cool offer, like a one-time offer, an order bump or something like that, and actually make a little bit of money. In fact, they send the red-headed monkey that owns Facebook all their money, but they're able, for every dollar they spend, they're able to make back $1.05, and they think that they're awesome. And then within 2 weeks, they're coming out with a course on how to do list building. All right, that's how it goes. The problem is that just having a list doesn't work. And let me ask you this: if you were to look in your email inbox, how many people that you signed up for a lead magnet from send you email that you don't read? How many of you have actually hit the spam button on email because you don't even remember where this email came from or who this person was, and turns out you really were on their list? How many of you take full advantage of Gmail's little feature that automatically, without you even asking it to, filters a lot of your email into a promotions folder that are all filled with people's lead magnets that you either paid for or got for free? So if just building a list by putting out a lead magnet or doing a free webinar or any of the other things that you can do relatively quickly to build up a list super, super fast, if that was the solution, that's the old thing. If wishes were ponies, we all would ride a unicorn, okay? Farting rainbows and cinnamon apple crunch. It's not what makes you money. Just having, you can have a list by tomorrow. You'd tell somebody, hey, give me your email address and I'll give you the home phone numbers of the top 20 gurus in your niche, and you can call them and ask them for free advice. Everybody would sign up. Okay? What makes you money is having a relationship with the people on your list. I got people that have been on my list for 20 years. Why? Because I have a relationship with them. Why? Because I continually provide them with value based around their purpose, which happens to coincide with my purpose. Oh, think about this. So what you're saying, Jim, is that my purpose and their purpose have to intersect. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's where the value can take place. That's where the relationship can take place. That's where it can, not where it will, but where it can take place. Why? What does that mean? Well, it can take place if you decide that you are going to lead these people and lead the tribe, create a tribe. Because if it's just a list that you're spamming, your purpose and their purpose may coincide. And that's where you'll see these people they have a business that lurches along and they do okay and they live from promotion to promotion to promotion because their purpose and the other person's purpose do coincide. But it's still ultimately just about, it's all transactional. It's all just about money. But yet, if you have a relationship with the people, if you're providing value, if you're truly leading the tribe, that's when people join your membership site. That's when people pay you money consistently. That's when they'll email you and ask you things like, hey, I see that so-and-so's doing a promotion or so-and-so's doing a launch. Do you have a link so I can buy through you? Hey, Jim, do you have any products on this? Do you have any training on that? Hey, Jim, I saw this and I thought of you. Hey, Jim, I saw this little unicorn. I saw this little unicorn doll. I loved it. I sent it to you. Hey, Jim, what's your address so I can send you this Santa for Christmas? That's when you are the leader of a tribe when you actually have a relationship with people and you're putting their well-being above short-term monetary stuff. Because once you're actually leading the tribe, that's when your business is going to really take off. And that's when you can truly live your purpose. Now, the question you're going to ask is, Jim, how do I create a tribe? One, get real close, get real clear on your purpose. Two, find the people who share a common purpose that you're going to do and help value with. And three, decide to lead. Come and follow me. That's start leading. And if you've got a clear purpose that's creating value for a specific group of people, people will start to follow. So those are my thoughts on purpose, list, and tribe. And then I added in here relationship. Stu, let's talk about how you do this and have done this for 20 years in your business.
Well, I'm going to show you the back end of what a tribe looks like.
Okay.
And it's right behind me.
Okay.
Right. These are gifts from people who have gone through, trained with me and gone through and hit their accomplishments.
Okay.
This is whether it's a 5 or 6 guys in the same SEAL class that pitch in and buy me these paddles. It's every one of these coins are gifts from people, different agencies, and even some of the drawings. Like this drawing here, a guy had his cousin draw. Really can't really see it because of the light, but it's really cool Heroes of Tomorrow map. You know, this one right here is a guy that, you know, works with the FBI. I mean, that's what you get when you have a tribe. You know, you get really cool stuff that just people say thanks. And, you know, because you have offered them such value and really personalized caring, right? You actually care about their success, and
Right.
your success is just as much, you know, or their success is just as much as your success. You know, it makes you happy. It gives you, if you get an email in the mail or email that says, thank you for this, 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 and this, you know, I made it, right, because of your help,
Right.
you know, and if that doesn't make your day,
Then
right,
you're a jerk.
right, it's got to make your day and just make you feel like, wow, you know, I had a little bit of this guy's, little part of this guy's journey, and he is just saying thanks. And it gives me purpose. Like, I'm not having to find a purpose. I'm not having to create a purpose, which you do, but it gives me like validation that I have found my purpose.
Right. And you're making a difference.
And that's
ultimately,
the tribe.
That's the tribe, is you can make a difference in their lives. So I'm going to share something with you real quick. I got this from a guy named Bill Cannon. I've been meaning to thank him. I've been meaning to call him. I've been stuff's life. Okay. But Bill says, I'm just gonna read you the first paragraph, and I'm gonna show you what he sent me, because this is like really cool and I'm excited to use it. All right. Jim, this is Bill Cannon. I've been following you and purchasing products from you for somewhere around 8 to 10 years. You are my go-to guy because you really care about your customers, and your experience is really an inspiration to all of us. He goes on to tell me some other cool stuff. I'm gonna give him a shout out. Bill's website is Texas Barbecue Rub, Texas BBQ Rub. He heard me talking about pulled pork and other stuff. So he sent me bags of his rub for meat, and it's getting into grilling season, and he sent me one for me, he sent me one for Nancy, and he sent me one for Susan as well. So I've got them here next time I see you. But what a great guy. So I mean, head over to texasbbqrub.com and buy all of Bill's stuff, because this is the kind of thing that, and he says, PPS, share with Nancy and Susan, great folks. Can't wait for your book about the Avatar. So I mean, I got at least one person waiting to buy the book, which is awesome. So thank you, Bill. I need to reach out to him, and I just wanted to say thank you. But that's a tribe. That's actually leading people. That's making a difference. And that's not having a list. Because I know guys, they're good guys. You know, I know people, they're mostly guys.
Mostly guys.
No, what I mean, who do this. The funny thing is that, like,
Yeah.
Okay, let's really piss some people off. Most women are more empathetic than men. They are better at building relationships and caring about people than men, as a general rule. Hey, they did a book on it called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Okay. It don't matter whether you agree with me or not.
Statistically speaking, I would agree.
If I piss you off by making that statement about men and women, you probably should get off my list because you're not in my tribe. If that one triggers you, what I just said, go away. But the guys that are like total profit mode, okay, we're just going to break it down. They're the chuckleheads that you see showing up at these events that will post that will show up in either a rented Lambo or actually their own Lambo and pay the guys extra to leave them parked out front at the event so that everybody will see them dragging their fat ass into the thing and think that they're cool.
That's so bad. And
that's the kind of person that looks at their list as a list instead of you. The funny thing is that the people who are really building big tribes and building great following and making a huge difference in the world are crushing the people who just look at it like a list. You know, the people who say, you know, oh, you think making $1 million a month is cool? That dude over there, the unassuming nice guy who's talking to people, is making $2 million a day. And you think you're cool. No, he cares and is creating massive value for his folks. So it is the difference between being massively successful in all areas, satisfaction, financial, everything. It's the difference between just kind of like, hey, you're worried about, man, we got to get more people on the list because we got this giant churn, as opposed to the guy who's building a tribe that people are like, man, I love you. I trust you. I would do anything for you. They show up to your events. They'll come from all around the world all the time, consistently. You look at somebody like Dan Kennedy. He built a rabid tribe. He's had people that have been paying him for 40 years. Love him. He's a superstar, rock star. How many other people have come and gone in that time frame? You know, yeah. It's just, that's the difference between success and failure. And if you look at social media, if you look at just in general, the people who are better at building a tribe and building relationships are women, as opposed to men, if you're going to take one group over the other. So it's just my experience. So I would encourage you to look at everybody, but you see these ladies that show up out of nowhere and then build these huge tribes really, really fast of like-minded people that would walk through fire for them. They're, you know, good example, lady named Kaylin Pullen. She has Lady Boss, built that from nothing up to, now don't quote me, but like $100 million business from nothing by just serving her tribe, mostly through social media. Nice. Got workout gear, got supplements, got information, coaching, all just the whole thing. She and her husband built it themselves. Huge team, massive value. Building a tribe. Crazy. I mean, they all identify with exactly what she's doing, the whole Lady Boss thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm just, that's the difference. If you're looking for the magic sauce, lead a tribe where your purpose and the purpose of the people you lead intersect, massive value, but don't give it all away either.
Yeah. Well, it's like our previous podcast, how we broke that down, right? Like you're not giving it all away. How much do you give away and how much do you leave?
Charge for. Right.
Yeah. How much do you leave on the table for them to be interested in enough to, you know, make the decision to
Right.
buy? Yeah.
Absolutely. And a lot of that comes down to is your purpose aligned with also the result. And now, okay, I'm going back to the board because this is one other thing. No, 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 no,
This
no,
is
no, no,
good.
no, 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 no. This
Good
this
stuff.
is important. And this is, let me change to a different color. But it also has to intersect with the result that they want. Your purpose, their purpose, and the result that they want all have to intersect as well. And this is where I think value is. Okay. And I think that the strength of the relationship is here as well. Because if their purpose and the result is really, 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 really strong, your purpose is really, really strong, you really care about them getting that, and they know that, the relationship becomes stronger and the value you provide becomes stronger as well. I think that this is really our Venn diagram from this. The purpose and the result have to intersect.
Yes.
What'd you think of that? What'd you think of that?
No, I like that. That's the way to wrap that one up, Jim. That's I like that. That's good.
Okay.
Because
Awesome.
there's a lot to juggle in that one. But
Yeah.
I think you simplified it in a way that everybody like says, aha.
Big takeaway is, what's your purpose? What is your purpose, and how can you leverage that purpose into building a tribe that will sustain you and your ability to keep serving those around you? So I think that's the big takeaway from today. So if you want to know how to create amazing sales copy, if you're one of like 3 people left on planet Earth who do not have a copy of Copywriting Secrets, over 85,000 copies sold to real people all over the world, one at a time, took the time to grab a copy of this book. You can go to copywritingsecrets.com and grab a copy. I'll give it to you free. Just pay small shipping and handling. You know, Stu, we have over 1,000 reviews of this on
I
Amazon.
saw that. That's
almost
amazing.
1,100 reviews on Amazon, and we were a #1 bestseller last week. I don't even know why. Somebody like mentioned the book somewhere. We sold a bunch of copies, and it was a #1 bestseller again. So it hit the bestseller thing. So that was kind of cool. That was fun.
No, that was a big deal. And we just so happened to be going on to the podcast, and you were like, "Oh, look at that." That worked out pretty well.
There you go. So if people want to align their purpose with your purpose of helping people to get in and stay in better shape, where can they go, Stu?
Well, Jim, you can go to StuSmithFitness.com and join my tribe. In fact, you may even be a person who emails me and says, "Hey, Stu, what happened to your monthly newsletter? Why didn't I get it?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I'm running a day late." Right? That's when you know you have a tribe. People are saying, "Hey, I didn't get my email."
There you go.
I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, well, that's good, man.
Yeah.
That's important. Awesome. All right, so head on over to copywritingsecrets.com, head on over to StuSmithFitness.com. We appreciate all of you joining us. Thanks for the comments. Tell your friends, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye, everybody.